The Morristown Festival of Books returns in October in Morristown, of course, as you can tell by the name. And my guest this morning on the Jersey Magazine is Wendy Supron. She is the chair of the festival. Wendy, good morning and welcome to WDHA.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
First, tell our listeners about the Morristown Festival of Books.
Well, it started by a woman. Her name was Linda Hellstrom. She was a 42-year Morristown resident. And she used to go to the Savannah Book Festival and said, well, why Savannah and not Morristown? So in 2013, she got a group of people together, movers and shakers within Morristown, to say, can this be done? What do we need to do? And in 2014, she started a committee, and the rest is history. 10 years. It's our anniversary.
Congratulations. Who was the festival for?
We say it's to bring the community in conversation, and that's exactly what the keynote does. I mean, you can imagine the buzz after the keynote of people talking, and also on Saturday where we have, over 30-something authors who come and speak. It's really to bring books to people who have never seen an author live, also for children to install the love of literacy and the love of reading. We do give a portion of our keynote profits to literacy volunteers of Morris County and to MEF, Morristown Educational Foundation, who uses it to buy books.
My wife is a voracious reader. Me, not so much, but over the past couple of years, I have started to read more, especially when the pandemic hit because of all the free time that we had on our hands. My wife will do it digitally, but I need to have a book in my hands, Wendy. There's just something about it that trying to do it online just does not work for me.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know. It's something that, I just remember, people talk about their love of reading. My mom is a big reader, and I remember getting my library card when I was a kid.
Sure.
And so to me, because I am such a big reader and I love going to the sessions, although now I hardly get to any as being chair, but I try to read all the books of the authors that are coming, and it's fantastic.
The Morristown Festival of Books coming in October, the 6th and 7th. And you just announced the keynote speakers for this year. Tell our listeners about that, Wendy.
So on October 6th, 7:30 at night at the Mayo Performing Arts Center in Morristown, we're presenting two authors, and their book is called Unscripted. These two authors are Pulitzer Prize winners, James Stewart and Rachel Abrams. And the story is, and the way we're advertising is, for people who love the show Secession, this is a true secession story. It's about the Sumner Redstone family. Sumner owned Paramount, CBS, Viacom, Simon & Schuster. It's a huge conglomerate.
I actually worked for him at one time.
Yeah, at the age of 93, he did not have a secession plan. And a little fact I learned, the creator of Secession heard Sumner Redstone talking, saying that he didn't, at 93, he didn't have a secession plan because he's going to live forever. And Rupert Murdoch said the same thing. And so the creator said, hey, wait, I think I have a series I can make out of this. And but Sumner Redstone was, crazy. I mean, he had all these mistresses and he gave away stock. And toward the end, when he was 93, there was a big fight between his daughter and the mistresses and people within the company. It's unbelievable. And to help us present that book, Brian Stelter, formerly of CNN, is going to be the moderator. So that takes place, as I said, 7:30 on October 6th. That is the only ticketed event that the festival has. So yes, you have to buy a ticket to go to Mayo. However, on Saturday, everything is free.
And the events are scattered throughout various locations in Morristown, if I'm correct?
Yes, there are all within walking distance of the Mayo. There's the Morris Township Library. There's Church of the Redeemer and St. Peter's Church, and it has two venues within St. Peter's.
Wendy Supron, my guest this morning, the chair of the Morristown Festival of Books, coming back in October of this year, the 6th and 7th, as we've been talking about this morning here on Jersey Magazine. Wendy, when you sit down to grab a book, what's your favorite type of reading material?
I like historical fiction, and apparently I am not the only one, because when we interview, we do a survey and we ask people who come to the festival, what's your favorite? What's your favorite? Historical fiction is usually comes through. And for that reason, we probably this year have overloaded the 30 something authors that are coming, more historical fictions. Last year, we had more memoirs. I don't know why there was like memoirs in the air. This year, it's more historical fiction.
Well, maybe it goes back to the pandemic. We had more time on our hands, so we figured we'd
Yep.
sit down and write our memoirs.
Oh,
I
actually,
didn't do that. I can tell you that.
yeah, me neither. And sometimes we joke amongst ourselves when we're not sure who's going to be our keynote. We say, well, how's your book coming? How's your book coming? So.
Wendy Supron, my guest on the Jersey Magazine at 105.5 WDHA. For listeners who want to get involved, what's the best way for them to do that?
Well, the first thing I would recommend is for anyone who wants to get involved, either as a volunteer or just wants to know who are the authors and what's the timing, to go to our website at morristownbooks.org. You can sign up for to get information that we'll send you when we release, like just now when we release the keynote, people who are signed up were the first to hear. When we release the authors, which will be in July, you'll be the first to hear. So whenever there's news, it's best to, unless you're looking at social media, which you can sign up for our Facebook page, but I would believe signing up for our newsletter is best.
What kind of volunteer work is needed?
So if anyone's interested in volunteering, we have a section on our website about it, but it's volunteers@morristownbooks.org if you want to contact us. Volunteering, we're looking for mostly day of. We need about 150 volunteers. We need them to man the venues, to welcome people. We need them helping form lines, because every author who speaks on Saturday will sign books. So we have a line, we have people who are selling books. So we look for younger people. They don't want me helping to sell the books. You have to do on your phone or on a computer. What other positions are there? We have a hospitality area. We have people who escort the authors. There's a job for everyone. There's, people to man the information booth. We always need people. We always talk about Morristown as a sea of red, because all our volunteers wear red shirts. And we want people to know that at every corner, there's somebody who can help them. Where's this venue? Where's that venue? It's Morristown, if you've never been, is a little confusing, even though it's literally on South Street.
And
but where's this venue?
How long have you been involved with the organization? What got you started with it?
10 years. We have a joke amongst ourselves, because most of the operating board and the board of trustees have been around for mostly 10 years. And we always joke that Linda Hellstrom, the founder, got us. We FOLs, we call ourselves, Friends of Linda. And originally, the first year I was sort of, well, not that much. I just wanted to see what it was. And the second year I went to a board meeting and I said, I think I can I got us a sponsor. And Linda says, okay, great. You're in charge of development. Well, one sponsor at $2,000 is not, funding this big wheel that costs, over $300,000. I'm like, what the heck? And everybody has a story like that. One of the women, Heather, she was a children's author. And Linda said to her, well, you're a children's author. You get us the rest of them. Like, it's that easy. But we all did. And, I was head of development for 7 years. And then last year I was festival chair, and this year again.
Well, it's a wonderful event. Congratulations on 10 years again. Friday, October 6th, Saturday, October 7th, with the keynote event on Friday at the Mayo Performing Arts Center, where you can get tickets for that and information at morristownbooks.org. You can also purchase tickets by calling the Mayo at 973-539-8008. The number again is 973-539-8008. Wendy Supron, the chair of the Morristown Festival of Books, thank you for joining us this morning here on Jersey Magazine, and best of luck with this year's event.
Thank you.